All right, traders, this is the watch list video for, let me get this right, Thursday, January 26th. Here's the daily candle on the SPY. Might not look like much, but we had a gap down today and a sell-off and a massive rebound. Look at this. Look at that gap down there. Sold off and then just climbed all day. Pretty impressive, actually. In case you're wondering, Tesla reported after hours, closed at 144.50. It's literally trading at 144.80 right now, so it's basically flat. It was up to 150 and down to 142 or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's basically flat. IBM reported. There's the daily on that one. Closed at 140.76, and it went up to over 144, went down to 130 something, and it's at 141-ish right now. So both of them kind of basically flat now. Couple highlights from chat for those that didn't make it today. Shop, S-H-O-P, there's the daily. Kevin P gave the through 46 idea, which as it was coming up here, kind of topped out right below it through 46. About a 50-cent risk, and it went up to what? For 148.27 without ever stopping out. That was a neat little call. We had a question mark controversy on Nora's idea on Microsoft. She gave the Microsoft idea. If you were in chat, you know what I mean by that, but if not, I'm not going to explain. Microsoft, after the gap down, topped out at 235.37, then kind of did this little cup and handle thing, and Nora's idea was back through 235, which you can see it went all the way to 243.30. That's an $8.30 move on about 75 cents risk that didn't stop out. And then Nick C gave ATNF over this lower high. I'll show you what it looked like when he called it. It put in an early high of 4, so it was on our radar, sold off, then puts in a lower high at 395. Nick C's idea was back through 395, thinking then we'll probably take out that 4, and that's exactly what happened. You did have one retest, could have had a buy zone, whole number flush pullback there if you were astute enough. But anyway, from the 395 break, went all the way to, 535 without stopping out, and the risk on that one was only about 20 cents. So some neat calls in chat today. What are we watching for tomorrow? You know what? I haven't put up my explanation in a little bit, so let me do that. There you go. You can always pause the video if you want to read the whole thing. Most of you already know this, but if someone's new watching it, you'll understand. None of this is investment advice. I'm a day trader, so I start with these dailies. So EHTH, nice little breakout today. Certainly going to go back on watch tomorrow. ATNF, I wish this would have closed stronger, right? Because the high was 535 and it closed at 422, so way off the highs. But I am going to keep it on a chart because I'm a day trader. It doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. COSM, not sure if this should be on watch. It had a nice chart, but now it's you could argue without with this one pause here a couple days ago. It's really been running from 327 to today's high of 736 in just a few days. So to me, needs to come in, but again, doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. BBAI had the gap up here, sold off for a few days, sideways for about a week, and is starting to curl back up. Got some bag holders in it, but I am going to watch it. They did have a headline today. GNS, I'm a day trader. This one stays on the watch list. I'm going to kind of treat it like a bounce play. You chat room members know how I play those, so if it sets up, I'll take a trade. NEON just goes back on bounce watch. This was on bounce watch today. Didn't meet any parameters, so it goes right back on the list for tomorrow. BIAF, you had the big rip yesterday. Quiet inside day today. Again, you kind of have some bag holders here, so I wish today's candle would have been up here. I'd like it a lot more, but it will be on a chart. GOVX, nice breakout today, closing well off its highs. It's going to go on a chart. NRGV, after this pop here, it's really kind of flagging, so it goes back on watch. And then lastly, PRAX, which had this big volume spike here, came all the way back down and has been climbing, going sideways, and it's starting to kind of head back up towards this recent high of 525. So I'm not going to lie, I'm not in love with this list, but I always say sometimes when you're a day trader, you kind of get into a time period where, and it's earnings season too, so the small caps not really on fire right now, but you get into a period where you say, okay, I need a new GNS, or I need a new COSM, or I need something to emerge so we can get some nice setups again. And so we're sort of in between, but that can happen in a moment's notice on a news play. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I will see everybody in the chat room in the morning. Have a good night.